Hey, this one time, guess what happened? Right, okay. Shut up, it's story time. You're going to interrupt it. How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be doing another story time for you guys. Unfortunately, it is not the next episode of the series. I am still working hard on it, and I do apologise. I know I say this quite a lot. It is really hard for me to find the time to sit down and put in quite a lot of grind time, but whenever I do get a chance, I am doing that, and I am going to try and get this episode out to you. It is still coming, don't worry. I know you guys have really enjoyed it, the people who have commented and that, so don't worry about it, it is coming. And let's jump into story time. I've got a bit of a funny one today. So basically, this story is going to be about when I took my friend's items to the duel arena, staked them all in there. We'll find out what exactly happened if you listen through the story. So back when I was still in school, high school, maybe I was about 15 or something like that. I was still playing RuneScape then as well, and I did have a friend that I played with quite a lot. For this video, we'll just call him Michael. That's not his real name, but that's what we'll call him. And so basically, what's actually happened at this time is we used to try our best to really make as much money as we could. We were absolutely useless at it. A lot of the time, we didn't even have memberships because our parents wouldn't let us get it. We used to pay for it over the phone at that time. But what we tended to do was, whenever we could, we'd stay at each other's house and we'd just get either my laptop up and his desktop up or whichever happened, and we'd set it up in a way that we could just go and we could do this like hours and hours and hours of making money or leveling up our accounts, always having these objectives in our minds that we were going to be like the best accounts ever, we were going to progress so much, get so much money over just one night. And obviously, for you guys who have played RuneScape, when you're like a mid-level or low-level, or even when you just, you know, you're not that clever at the time, that just doesn't happen. You don't make that much money overnight, but you always had the idea that one day you're going to strike the riches and you're going to get tons and tons of money. So this one day, we actually went to his house, and it did actually happen. He did get incredibly lucky. Now, what he did to actually get lucky was, he was actually just leveling up. He didn't do anything specifically amazing for himself, but he was just leveling up away at the barbarian village, leveling up his range, and this guy just come along. I'm not even joking. Like, he just came along, came in and said, "Oh, you're leveling up your range. What other stats have you got?" So my friend went over and told him all these things, and I'm there, you know, just watching his screen while I'm probably wasting time on my account, and I just couldn't believe what was actually happening. So basically, this guy got all his skills, worked out everything, and he paid for 2 99s for him. Like, he literally said, right, it's going to cost you this much to get 99 range using chins, and it's going to cost you this much to get, like, I don't know, 99 something else, maybe fire making or something useless like that, but something cheap. And he literally just traded him and gave him so much money, and I was like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? Why did this guy just do this for you? That's amazing. So obviously you can imagine, while he's in this trade screen with this random guy who he's never seen, and he puts up 150 mil, and we were like looking at the screen like, no, he's not going to accept it. This happens all the time. People come up, they flash off their money, say they're going to give it to you, and they don't. So he's there, and he's pressed accept, and he's on the second trade screen, and he gets up out of his chair, and I'm not even joking, he jumps up around the room, and he's just like going, come on, accept, accept, accept. Obviously, we've spent hours and hours and hours here trying to make like accounts that can make money, and we're probably on like a 4th account or something like that, and it's just not working, thinking we're going to be amazing PKers, but this guy actually does it. He goes ahead and he presses accept. So my friend hits accept as well, and he's there like, oh my god, what am I going to do now? We just sort of stood there in the room looking at the screen like, what the frick just happened? So, as I'm sure you can imagine, we've just been given 150 mil. Well, my friends has been given 150 mil, and we're just both there like, what the hell? We're just staring at it, and we just cannot believe that 150 mil is sat in his inventory. And this is 2 people who have literally struggled to scrape together 1 mil at the most at one point. Like, we literally put all of our money together once just so we can have 1 mil on one of our inventories at once. And it was like, we just couldn't believe it. It was absolutely amazing. So we obviously spent that night at the Grand Exchange looking at stuff we're going to buy and going, oh my god, what are we actually going to do with all this money? My friend just instantly was like, right, here you go, here's 75 mil, traded me and just gave me it, because he was like, obviously we both want to get our levels up, we both want to have plenty of stuff we can do, and we both want to head towards doing all sorts of good stuff in the game. So he traded me 75 mil, half and half, and we just went to Grand Exchange and we were looking through the stuff, what we can do with it, and I had this thought in the back of my mind, and I was just sort of thinking, well, you know, I could just try and stake this and maybe double it, and, you know, it'd be pretty good. So I didn't actually buy anything, and he was like, why aren't you buying anything? I said, well, there's nothing I can really buy right now that my character can use. So I'm going to use the money to level up a little bit, and then I'm going to buy the stuff that I can use then. So he's there at the Grand Exchange buying all the stuff that he wants to buy, and basically, when I went home, I went to the duel arena. Yeah, okay, I went to the duel arena. I took my 75 mil. I think I maybe put 5 mil to the side. I'm pretty sure I did. And went there and I used the 70 mil all in one stake. And I put it in and I won. I just won. I doubled it. I got 140 mil out of it. And I could not believe it. I was there. I was like, I can't believe I just actually done that. I can't believe I did it. Now, I left and I went to the Grand Exchange. I was looking through all the stuff that I wanted to buy, and I could just buy pretty much anything at this point, except like the really expensive rares. Now, at this point, I'm not too sure whether the greed sort of set in, but I had this amazing idea. Obviously, I was at home, my friend was online at his house, and I came up with this amazing idea of I am going to try and double his money as well. So I messaged him and got him to come to the Grand Exchange. Told him something like, come and show me all the stuff you bought. I can't believe that we've actually done this. This is amazing. Can you show me all the stuff that you bought? And he put it up in trade. And I was like, holy crap, can I just have it in my inventory? Obviously, we were best friends. He trusted me. There was no worries. I wasn't going to scam him and take all this stuff off of him. I never planned on doing that anyway. So what happened was he accepted it, gave it to me. And I instantly teleported to the duel arena. I'm not even joking. Didn't say anything. Teleported to the duel arena. The next thing I know, my phone's ringing and he's like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I didn't think you'd take my stuff on a game. And I was like, don't worry, I'm not. Honestly, don't worry. Come to the duel arena. And he was like, don't you dare. So we are both at the duel arena now. I am on the phone to him. He's saying, don't stake my money. Honestly, don't stake my items. Why would you do that? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just laughing and going, dude, just stop. Obviously, I'd already doubled my money, so I actually planned on, if I didn't double his, I'd just give him the bit that I doubled. I'd still have the same, he'd have the same, and he could buy his items back. So he gave me things like just ridiculous expensive stuff. I went, put it up in the stake, and went through and did it, and he was watching, and he was on the phone saying to me, you better win this, you absolutely better win this. If you don't win, then, you know, I'm going to be fuming. And he was obviously panicking. I didn't tell him that I'd already doubled my money and that I could just pay him back straight away. But obviously I knew that I could, so I wasn't panicking too much. It was just a bit of a funny joke at this point for me. I just thought, you know, we've never done this chance before. It's not going to happen again, probably. And to be honest, it hasn't really happened for me again. RuneScape money is not really worth as much as it was back then. So I'm in this fight, and we're just fighting away, and oh my god, I got destroyed. I got absolutely destroyed, and basically, he was kicking off on the phone, like, he was going mad. He was literally saying to me, you're an idiot, now what the hell's going to happen? Like, what the hell? And I said, dude, I came and staked mine as well. And he was like, what, so you lost yours, took mine, and then you came and did the same with mine? And I was like, no, I won mine. I was like, so don't worry. I gave him his stuff back, and he was all fine. And, well, I think he might have got a taste for the feel of maybe doubling his money as well, so we decided it would be such a good idea to put all of our money together and do one last stake. So we put everything together and we had this thing in our head. Obviously, we could both have 150 mil each, and it would be a hell of a lot better than just having 75 mil each. We'd be set. We could probably buy pretty much anything we wanted, and everything would be good to go. We could get our accounts leveled up to max and everything like that. We'd be absolutely set for life. So off we went. We did it one more time, and we're going through. He's there on the phone to me, laughing. We're both like shitting ourselves. I'm slightly losing this fight, and then I catch up a little bit, and then I just lost. We lost everything. It's all gone. It's all gone. So we staked everything. We lost everything, but it would just. So we sat there and we were like, why did we do this? How stupid can we be? Why didn't we just keep it, level up our accounts, and make more money? But that's the story of how I ended up having probably about 100, nearly 225 mil sat in my account at one point, including my doubled money and his split of money. And we just threw it all away in about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And for a long time, we never really saw any money like that ever again. So we headed back off to train up our accounts, hoping this guy might come again. Obviously, that never happened again. To the guy who gave us that money, I do apologise. I do know that was for his, 99s and stuff. But we got too excited. We never had that much money before. You should probably have realised that. I mean, if you give someone so much money out of nowhere, they're probably going to blow it and waste it on nothing. They're not going to use it for the skills that you told them to use it on. So, sorry to you, and I do appreciate it. If somehow I could give it back to you, then I absolutely would. And thanks for the funny times. So guys, that's the story of how me and my friend, when we were still in high school and absolute noobs in the game, managed to become incredibly rich really quickly and then become incredibly poor again really quickly, probably even quicker. So I hope you enjoyed. If you do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.